Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. It's now time to turn our attention to the Southeastern softball program, and we're going to check in with Coach Pete Langlois as he gets ready to begin his 19th year at the helm of Lady Lions softball. Let's check out the story.
Head coach Pete Langlois enters his 19th season at the helm of the Lady Lions softball program. Langlois and the Lady Lions have been in spring practice for a little over a week, and despite having to spend that week indoors due to bad weather and wet fields, Langlois is excited about what he has seen so far from his team.
Well, you know what? I was really excited. Of course, we had a pretty good fall, but to get them back and see that their anticipation and getting ready to play and their hard work early, it's kind of new. They're even talking about it's kind of the buzz that this has been probably the best first week of the season that we've had in a long time. Of course, it doesn't hurt that we're not in class right now either.
The 2013 Lady Lions softball team is made up of 23 players, and going into this season, they all have their sights set on taking that next step and earning this team a spot in the Southland Conference tournament.
Failing is not acceptable this year. We're not accepting anything less than our best. And like with that attitude, we will go to the conference tournament this year. If we win it, great. But next year on our home field, it's going to be ours, no doubt. We're all there.
It's number one, we need to get in it to taste it. There's no doubt you have to play in it to be able to win it. And then, as you know, next year we're going to host it. We don't want to host it next year and be the team who's in it for the first time. That's not, everybody will have the jitters, it'll be at home, it'll be a big deal, and then we'll be the only team without any experience going into that year. So we want to get some experience. Not to say that I do believe this, as McNeese proved many years ago, the 6th seed won the tournament. If you can get in it and your pitching's hot, you can win it. And if we can do that, we got just as good a shot as anybody.
The 2013 roster features 6 seniors, 3 of whom came to Hammond in 2010 as freshmen, while the other 3 came to Southeastern by way of the junior college route. One of those seniors is pitcher Kenneth Terry. Terry is the early favorite to be in the circle on opening day after leading the team last year with 130 innings pitched, including a 12-inning complete game win on the second to last day of the 2012 season against UT Arlington. Every time Terry takes the circle, she goes out there with a plan.
I just sit there and I think in my zone, do my job. I feel like if we all focus on doing our jobs, then we'll be successful. My job is, don't let runners on, don't let them get to third, and don't let them get on base, basically. And if I do my job, I think that just sets the pace for everybody else to do their job.
Another pitcher expected to see action in 2013 is junior Jesse Brown. Brown saw action in 16 games last year and started 9 games in the circle. While Jesse knows a lot of pressure will fall on the starters, it's going to take a team effort to win.
I mean, we have a very mature pitching staff this year, and we have 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 1 freshman. All the 4 older upperclassmen, we've been there. We've been through the hard games, the over-the-fence home runs. We've seen it all. We've grown from it. And this year, we're ready, and, we have a lot of difference in our pitching staff, and we have the slow spinners, and we have the power pitchers, and we have a lot of utility with that, and it's going to be great when we play these teams.
The team that's going to win the conference is the team that's got the best 1-2 pitcher, and last year with the 2-game series, it's a team with the 1 best pitcher that can win the conference. And we like to believe that we've kind of shored ours up. Of course, Ken has been, the force in the circle for us. She pitches well late in the season. We've been working on getting her started earlier. Jessie Brown, the hardship she's dealt with over the last couple of years, losing her mother. But I think this is going to be her come-out year. And then, of course, we signed Taylor Bishop and Rachel Hellner, 1 junior college transfer. And I think you're going to be a little surprised about Taylor. She's a junker. She'll go with all that power pitching that we have, but she'll be able to spin it up there against the big teams. The big hitters slow them down a little bit. So we're going to work at getting her out there early and getting her some experience.
Now that the circle seems to be shored up, the Lady Lions have to focus on putting some runs on the board. And if the fall is any indication, then they are ready to do just that. In 5 games during the fall, the Lady Lions scored 18, 16, 9, and 6 runs in 4 of their 5 wins.
Well, that was the thing that we hadn't done in the past, and what we worked on was, maybe for lack of a better way to say it, but we're going to put our foot on the gas. And before we would hang on, and as you know, last year we lost about 9 games by 1 run. That's not going to happen this year. You're going to beat us, you're going to have to outscore us. And that's what we worked on in the fall. Not scoring 1 and holding, scoring 10 and holding. And kind of going back to the old days when we used to average about 9 runs a game.
Keeping their foot on the gas and providing the offense for the Lady Lions and playing in the infield will be second baseman Megan McCullum, along with shortstop Kayla Ellswick. Megan Moore will see time at the hot corner, and junior Tori Shepard is the odds-on favorite to see action at first base going into 2013. In the outfield is where you will find the heart and soul of the team in senior center fielder Michelle Douet.
I tell anybody, whether it's friends, football players, parents, when that ball is hit, I'd rather it go deep center to Michelle than a slow pop-up anywhere else. Like, I would rather the girl hit harder off me and get it to Michelle than to anybody else. I know she'll lay out.
Michelle has been our mainstay in the outfield. She runs them down. She catches them off the wall. I've seen the other coaches hollering, score, score, score. She lays out, makes a big catch. We double them up at third. Just outstanding defensively. But yeah, you're right. We go as she goes. When she's on base, she's able to run. She gives us that. Of course, she's been our leadoff. She gives us that start. And if we can get there, like in the fall, we've got some kids that can hit her in.
Also back in the outfield is Kelsey Nichols and Katie Doyle. Doyle will also see time at catcher, where early on Coach Langlois has plans to play 3 girls until one of them separates themselves from the rest of the pack.
We're going to play 3 kids behind the plate. 10 games into the season, we're going to find out who that catcher is going to be. Those kids are going to have to go out there and battle it out and decide who can handle the staff, who can keep the pressure down, who can run the defense, and then offensively, which one of them is going to make a statement there.
Schedule-wise, the Lady Lions won't log as many miles as they did last year. In 2012, the Lady Lions played 4 out of the first 5 weekends on the road, traveling to Atlanta twice, Jacksonville, Alabama once, and Ruston to face Louisiana Tech. This season, the Lions will be at home for the first 2 weekends, which will see the team playing 10 games in a 9-day span before hitting the road for a tournament at Texas A&M.
Oh, it's great. We play up at home. Our fan base is great when we're at home, and just the atmosphere and the excitement that we hear from those stands coming out, we feed off of that, and we give to our fans what they want when we're at home.
Well, you know, you get out on the road, and that's a tough thing to do because you don't know what the weather's going to be doing, and you got to hang out in the hotels. And we just decided, last year we were pretty good at home, and we said, well, you know what? Instead of playing an extra 10 games on the road, we're going to add those games to the home schedule, hopefully continue to be pretty good, and play those first 10 games right here at home where our fans will be here. If the weather's bad, we're going to be nuzzled up in our own dorm rooms and houses waiting for it to stop, and then we'll get out and play instead of hanging out at the hotel looking out through the window waiting on a phone call.
Also new this year is Southland Conference play now moves back to a 3-game series as opposed to last year's 2-game format.
In our conference, we're always talking about getting 2 teams to the tournament, getting 2 teams to participate at the end of the year. And when you go out and play 33 games in our own conference, it doesn't say a whole lot. You know, if McNeese beats Southeastern and we got to play them 3 times and then we beat McNeese twice, that's not getting power ranked or ranked wins or anything. So I like the 2 games, but because we've lost some teams in the conference, we've gone back to the 3. That's a tough thing on Sunday to come out and play that 3rd game.
Lady Lions open up the 2013 season on February 8th at home, hosting Delaware in the opening game of the Jimmy John's Lion Classic. For more info on the 2013 Lady Lions softball team and schedule, please visit lionsports.net.
So as you can see, Coach Pete Langlois very excited about the 2013 version of his Lady Lions softball program, and you can check them out in action as they're going to open up their season right here at North Oak Park in the Jimmy John's Lion Classic. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to have a lot more for you. We're going to take a look at Nathan Stanley and the East-West Shrine game, and also check out our nationally ranked cheerleading and dance programs right here on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.
Aaron, you're all set?
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
You're a dancer?
I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Aaron Rodgers got his. How about you?
Count on Alexis DuCorbier in Hammond for the discounts you deserve.